Mr. Chairman, obviously this is a very important hearing. The merger between Comcast and NBC Universal is indeed a major transaction that could possibly fundamentally alter the media and entertainment landscape in the United States. It deserves close examination by this subcommittee, our jurisdiction, as well as the Justice Department and the FCC. I'm glad that the CEOs of both Comcast and NBC Universal are here this morning, and I look forward to their testimony and the testimony to the rest of the panel. Comcast, as all of us know, is the nation's largest video programming distributor, and NBC is the nation's fourth largest media and entertainment company. Nevertheless, there is, in my opinion, little to suggest that a Comcast-NBCU combination would seriously threaten competition in the media entertainment industries. We all know this is a highly competitive segment of the economy, and ultimately consumers stand to benefit. Since NBCU and Comcast do not compete in most segments of the market, this deal will not bring about consolidation, so to speak. Comcast has interest in only 5 wholly owned and 6 partially owned national cable networks. So together, these networks only represent about 3% of national cable network advertising and affiliate revenue. NBC's network represent approximately 9% of national cable networks advertising and affiliate revenue, giving the combined entity a total of 12%, which would place it behind Disney, ABC, Time Warner, and Viacom. That's the same position NBC occupies today before the deal, and approximately 6 out of every 7 networks Comcast carries will remain unaffiliated with Comcast or NBC. Now, the idea that Comcast-NBU combination or NBCU combination will harm competition is something we're looking at today. I don't think it's founded under the data that I've looked at. In fact, such vertical integration will lead to greater innovation and drive more competition in this already competitive market. Moreover, under the prevailing economic view, a firm that does not have market power in either the video distribution or programming markets is no more capable of exerting market power simply because it is vertically integrated. As mentioned before, the combined Comcast-NBCU will control content representing only 12% of the national cable programming market. Were the new venture to unreasonably withhold any of this programming, the combined entity would likely just lose programming revenue as distributors and viewers turn to other alternatives. Indeed, in many cases, viewers might be able to find the identical content from another distributor, and perhaps even for free, over the air or over the internet. And while there is debate whether the program access rules are even needed, if not harmful, in light of the level of competition, Section 628 would also limit the combined entity's conduct. Furthermore, my colleagues, in order to demonstrate the public's interest, benefits that will come from this deal, Comcast and NBCU have made a number of voluntary commitments in their filings. Among the commitments, they have pledged to continue offering NBC and Telemundo network programming free over the air, to make more local news, public affairs, children's ethnic, and other public interest programming available over the air on cable channels, on demand, and online, and to continue the position of the NBC News ombudsman to ensure journalistic independence from each of the owners. They should be commended for these voluntary commitments. And lastly, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to offer a word of caution to those who may want to add perhaps unrelated conditions to this merger. For example, proponents of Internet regulation may seek network neutrality, mandates on the Comcast-NBCU deal. I think this would be inappropriate. Not to get ahead of ourselves, but it appears that Comcast is in court and is near victory on net neutrality in the sense that the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia heard the case, heard oral arguments last month. And the court, in fact, seemed skeptical that the FCC even had legal authority to impose these mandates. One of the judges asked the FCC counsel, quote, whether he wanted to lose on process or jurisdiction, end quote. Unless a condition is narrowly tailored to a transaction's specific harm to competition, it does not belong in this negotiation. Since this deal will not materially increase concentration in either the distribution or programming markets, demonstrating such harm will be difficult, especially in light of the robust competition in the video sector. Mr. Chairman, thank you for holding this hearing. If Comcast and NBCU are right that this deal creates a stronger entity that can better serve viewers, I think it will succeed. If they're wrong, it will fail, just as the AOL-Time Warner merger failed, ultimately. As competitive as this market is, regulatory intervention is not only unnecessary, but it will hurt competition and consumers. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Mr. Stearns.